Darling Marfa Akarovna. Hello, Zeneda Savishna. It's my honor to offer you my best wishes on your newborn. I hope to God. Thank you, my darling. I'm so happy. Well, how's your health? Much obliged by you. Hello, young people. Young people. Are you so old? No use competing with the young. Please, what are you talking about? It's your title. Widow. Otherwise, you could beat any gal by a mile. Why do you serve it like that? You could bring some jam at least. Gooseberry, maybe. Don't you worry about it. Much obliged by you. Did you come here by way of Mushkino? No, towards Zemish. The road's better there. Well then, two of spades. I pass. 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 Lottery loans, my dear Zeneda Zavishna, are on the up and up again. Imagine, the first draw costs 270 already, and the second's just short of 250. It's never been like this. It's good for those who already have a lot of them. Not so sure, dear. Although they're expensive, investing in them isn't profitable. Insurance alone will do you in. Maybe so, but still, my dear, one always hopes. Oh, God's merciful. I'm of the opinion, madame, that is, as far as I'm concerned, to have capital at the present time is very unprofitable. Securities give low dividends, and putting money into circulation is extraordinarily dangerous. The way I see it, madame, someone who has capital finds himself in much more precarious position, madame, than someone who. So true. How can you yawn in the presence of ladies? Pardon, madame, it was by accident. Two of diamonds. I pass. 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 My God, it's ghastly boring here. Why did you plop yourself here like a prima donna? Go sit with the guests. Oh, dear sinners that we are. My goodness, look at the fruit jelly here. Turkish delight. How is your most precious? Much obliged by you. Well, thank goodness, thank goodness. Well, well, Gavro. To your health. What health? I haven't kicked the bucket yet. Thank you very much for that. Suzushka, where's our newborn? Tell me, why did we end up without a single trick? Why the hell did we lose the game, damn it? Because, my dearie, don't play if you don't know how. Who gave you the absolute right to play someone else's suit? And that's why you get stuck with your pickled ace. But, ladies and gentlemen, I had in diamonds the ace, king, queen, a run of diamonds, the ace of spades in one. You see, just one puny heart, and she, damn it, couldn't make a little slam. I said no trumps. No, I said no trumps. You said two no trumps. That's outrageous. But you had, I had, you had. Think about it, Pavel Kirilich. I had in diamonds the ace, king, queen, a lineup. Get away from me. Please, get away. No, I said no trumps. I'll be damned. A scoundrel and anathema if I ever sit down to play with this dried up anchovy again. Phew, he makes my blood boil. Anchovy, a dried up anchovy yourself. Grandma, you two are mean. Sweetheart, my beauty, she's right here, and I'm blind as a bat. Can't even see her. My darling, my joy, let me look at you, my white swan. Foo, foo, foo. We don't want to put an evil eye on her. Oh, here you go, singing the praises. You'd better find her a husband. And I will. I won't lay my bones to rest, sinner that I am, until I find a husband for her. And for Sasha, too. I won't lay my bones to rest. Only where do you find them, husbands, nowadays? There, look at them, sitting there, feathers all up like wet roosters. A rather poor comparison. In my opinion, madame, if young men nowadays prefer the bachelor lifestyle, then it's, so to speak, social conditions to blame. Come, come, no philosophizing. I can't stand it. It's so beautiful outside, and you, ladies and gentlemen, are sitting here in this stuffy room. Sasha, dear, don't you see that Marfa Agarovna's here? I'm sorry. You've turned up your nose lately. I wish you'd come visit me sometime. Many happy returns, darling. Thank you. Well, Advaditya Nazarovna, suitable men nowadays are hard to come by, not to mention husbands. worthwhile. Best men are nowhere to be found. I must say, I don't want to offend anyone, but young people nowadays, God bless them, are all sort of sourpusses, overcooked. They can't dance, can't talk. They don't even know how to drink right. Well, drink they are all happy to. Just offer. Anyone can drink. A horse can drink. But try drinking right. In our time, we'd mess with lectures all day long, but as soon as the evening came, we'd head straight for the fire and keep it up till dawn. We'd dance, entertain girls, and this too. We wagged our tongues about this and that, and used to philosophize too, until our tongues gave out. But nowadays, the young people, I don't get it. Neither fish nor fowl. In the whole district, there's just one worthwhile fellow, and he's already married, and it seems he started going crazy. Who's that? Nikolasha Ivanov. Yes, he's a fine man, but so unhappy. How would you, my dear, expect him to be happy? The poor man, he made such a mistake. He married his yid counting poor, so that her mother and father would give him mounds of gold. But it turned out just the opposite. The moment she converted, her parents disowned her, pronounced the curse upon her, and he didn't give even a kopeck. He regrets it now, only it's too late. Mamma, that's not true. Sasha, dear, what do you mean it's not true? Everyone knows it. Why would he marry a Jew if there was nothing to be gained? Not enough Russian girls around? No, he's made a big mistake, my dear. He says is. And what was she up to? Put up with now? It's a joke. He comes home and straight to her. Your mother and father have duped me. Get out of my house. Where can she go? Her mother and father won't take her back. She'd work as a maid, but she never learned to work. He nags her day and night until the Count steps in. If it hadn't been for the Count, he would have done her in a long time ago. Sometimes he shuts her up in a cellar and eat garlic. You so and so. She eats and eats till it starts coming out of her. Papa, but that's a lie. So what if it is? Let them talk rot if they want to. Gavril, that's why the poor man is broke. His affairs, my dear, are in a terrible shape. If it weren't for Borkins keeping an eye on the estate, he and his yid would have nothing to eat. And God alone knows how hard hit that we've been because of him. Would you believe, my dear, that for 3 years he owed us 9,000? 9,000. Yes, my Pashenka lent it to him. He doesn't know who you can lend money to and who you can't. I'm not even talking about the principal. If he'd only pay the interest on time. Mamma, you've said in 1,000 times before. What's it to you? Why stick up for him? How do you have it in your heart to say these things about someone who hasn't done you any harm? Tell me, what's he done to you? Alexandra Pavlovna, allow me to say 2 words. I respect Nikolai Alexeyevich, and it's always been an hour, but entre nous, I think he's an opportunist. Congratulations, if that's what you think. As proof, I'll share with you a fact which has been related to me by his attaché, or so to speak, Cicerone Borkin. 2 years ago, in the midst of the anthrax epidemic, he bought a lot of cattle, took out an insurance policy on it. Yes, 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 I remember it. I heard about it from someone. He took out this insurance policy and then, mind you, infected the cattle with the plague and collected on the insurance. Oh, that's just nonsense. Such nonsense. No one bought and infected any cattle. It was Borkin himself who came up with the idea and went around boasting about it. When Ivanov learned about it, Borkin spent 2 weeks begging forgiveness. He's guilty of not having the will to chase that Borkin away and of trusting people too much. Everything he's ever owned has been pilfered from him, plundered, and anyone who's ever wanted to has already profited from his generosity. Shura, hothead, that's enough. Why are they talking nonsense? It's so boring and boring. Ivanov this, Ivanov that. You can't talk about anything else. I am amazed. I am amazed by your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't you bored sitting here? The air is stiff with boredom. For heaven's sake, do something. Entertain the girls. Budge. Well, if you don't have a topic other than Ivanov, then try laughing, singing, or dancing at least. Go ahead, give it to them. Well, listen, do me a favor. If you don't want to dance or sing or laugh, if that's so boring, then please, I beg you, pull yourself together. And if only just once in your life, say something for the fun of it, something witty and clever. Say it even at the risk of sounding impolite or improper. As long as it's something funny and new, or altogether do something small, barely noticeable, something even barely heroic, so that the girls looking at you could go, ah, listen, you want them to like you, then why aren't you doing something to make them like you? Ladies and gentlemen, there's something not right with all of you, all of you, all of you. The flies are dropping dead from boredom looking at you, and the lamps are spewing smoke. You're not it. Not it. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll continue saying that you're not it. Not it. Not it. Who's making a speech here? Is that you, Sasha, dear? Many happy returns, my angel. May God postpone your final hour and safeguard you from being born the second time. Nikolai Alexeyevich, Count. Aha! Look who's here, Count! Two banks on one couch. A lovely sight. Hello, Sugar Plum. I'm so glad, Count. You're such a rare guest. Gavril, bring tea. Please have a seat. Where did you come from? What forces bring you here? A real surprise. Why, Count, you're a rascal. That's no way to behave. How come you don't come see us? Are you angry with us? How can I get here? On a broomstick? I don't have my own horses, and Nikolai doesn't take me with him. He makes me stay home and keep Sarah company. Send the horses for me, and I'll come. Yes, sure. My dear Zuzhushka would rather die than give me horses. My dear, dear old friend, you are closer and dearer to me than anybody else. You and I are all that's left from the old guard, and you, I love the old torments and my old youth that's long been gone. Joking aside, but look at me. I'm almost crying. Let go. Let go. You reek like a wine cellar. My dear, you can't imagine how bored I am here without my friends. I'm ready to hang myself from this hopelessness. Suzushka, with a money lending, has chased away all decent company, and all we have now is these Zulus, these Bobkins and Dobkins. Well, drink your tea. Why do you serve like that? You could bring out some jam, gooseberry maybe. Didn't I tell you? I made a bet with him on the way here that as soon as we get here, Zuzushka would start offering us gooseberry jam. You, Count, you're still the same mocker. We made 20 vats of it. What are we going to do with it? Still saving, dear Zuzushka. Well then, do you have an itty-bitty million yet? From the outside, you'd think there's no one richer, but where's the money coming from? Idle talk. That's all. Oh, sure, we all know that. We all know. We know how you don't know how to play a game of checkers. Pasha, tell me honestly, have you saved up 1 million? I don't know. Ask Zuzushka. This fat little sugar plum here will soon have 1 million too. She's getting cuter and chubbier not by the day but by the hour, which means there's a lot of money. Much obliged to you, Your Excellency. Only I don't like being made fun of. My dear Bag, who's making fun of you? It's just a wail of the soul, lips parting from excess of passion. My love for you and Zuzushka is immense. Sheer delight, a bliss. I can't look at either one of you with indifference. Count, you're still the same as always. Igarushka, dear, put out the candles. Why waste candles if you aren't playing? How's the health of your spouse? It's bad. The doctor said today that she for certain has consumption. You don't say. Oh, what a shame. And we all love her so much. Such nonsense. Just nonsense. Sheer nonsense. She doesn't have consumption. It's all the doctor's ploys and quackery. The medic likes to hang around, and so he comes up with consumption. It's a good thing the husband isn't jealous. As for Sarah herself, I don't believe her single word or gesture. I've never in my life trusted doctors, lawyers, or women. That's all nonsense. Sheer nonsense. The doctor's ploys and quackery. You are really something, Matvey. Playing a misanthrope and fussing all over it like a fool crazy over a new toy. You seem fine, but as soon as you open your mouth, it's all bitter as if your tongue or your bowels were all twisted up. What do you want me to do? Kiss up to all these crooks and scoundrels? Where do you see crooks and scoundrels? Present company accepted, of course, but that's some but. That's all for show. For show? It's a good thing that you have no ideology. What ideology? All I do is sit here waiting to kick the bucket any minute. That's my ideology. At our age, my dear, we don't have time to worry about ideology. There. Gavril. You've already gavrilled plenty. Look at your nose. It's all red. That's all right, my friend. I'm not getting married today. Dr. Lvov hasn't been to see us in a long time. He's forgotten us. My antipathy. Honesty personified. He can't ask for water or light or cigarette without first showing off his remarkable honesty. He could be walking or talking, but I'm an honest man, is writ large on his face. He's such a bore. Narrow-minded, simple medico. Make way for honest labor. He shrieks like a parrot every step of the way and thinks that he's another Dobrolubov. If you don't shriek, you're a scoundrel, a remarkably deep thinker. If a peasant is rich and lives a good life, then he's a scoundrel and exploiter. I wear a velvet jacket and my valet dresses me. I'm a scoundrel and a proponent of serfdom. He's so honest, oh, so honest. He's bursting with honesty. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He scares me even. Yes, he does. He would, out of his sense of duty, punch you in the kisser and stab you in the back. I'm exhausted dealing with him, but I find him sympathetic. He's got a lot of sincerity. Some sincerity. Yesterday evening he comes up to me and out of nowhere blurts out, Count, I find you deeply unsympathetic. Thank you very much. And not just says it, but says it tendentiously. His voice quivers, his eyes burn, and he's shaking all over. To hell with this wooden sincerity. So he thinks I'm disgusting and repulsive. Well, that's natural. I know it, but why say it to my face? I'm worthless, but still, no matter what, I have gray hair. This mindless, ruthless honesty. All right, all right, all right. You are young once yourself, and you know how it is. Yes, I was young and stupid, pretended to be Chatsky. In my time, denounced crooks and scoundrels. But I never called a thief to his face, or talked about a rope in the house or the hanged. I was well brought up, but this stupid medico of yours would think himself at the top of his game and in seventh heaven. If only he could get a chance to poke me in the ribs or punch me in the kisser, all on principle and for the sake of common humanistic ideals. All young men are hard to handle. I had an uncle, a Hegelian. He would invite a house full of people, then after a few drinks, he would get up on a chair like this and start, You're all ignorant. You are the forces of evil, the dawn of a new life. Blah, blah, blah. And he'd keep on berating them. And the guests? Nothing, really. They listen and keep on drinking. Once, though, I challenged him to a duel. Imagine that. My own uncle. It was over Francis Bacon. I was sitting where Matvey is, if I remember correctly. And my uncle and the late Gerasim Nilitch were standing over there, about where Nikolasha is. And then my dear Gerasim Nilitch asks me a question. Mikhail Mikhailovich, Mikhailovich himself, the life of the party. Here I am. Noble signorina, allow me to be so bold and wish the whole universe many happy returns on the birth of such an exquisite flower as yourself. As a token of my elation, allow me to offer you these fireworks and sparklers of my own manufacture. May they illuminate the night the same way you light up the shadows in the kingdom of darkness. Thank you very much. Why do you still keep this Judas? To Pavel Kirillich, sir, to my patron. Nicholas, voila, hey ho, hey! The most estimable Zenaida Zavishna. Oh, divine Marfa of Agorovna, the most ancient Avdotia Nazarovna, your highest excellency. Count, oh, the life of the party. As soon as he came in, the atmosphere got thinner. Have you noticed? Whew, I'm exhausted. I think I've said hello to everyone. Well, what's new, ladies and gentlemen? Anything knock you off your feet, Juicy? Oh, Mamasha, I have something to tell you. On my way here, please, Gavrusha, bring me some tea, but no gooseberry jam. On the way here, I saw down by the riverbank peasants stripping bark off of your willows. Why not lease the willows? Why do you still keep this Judas? You're right, I've never thought about that. I can't sit still, Mamasha. What should I come up with next? Marfa Agarovna, I'm in such a good mood today. I'm exalted. Once more, I stand before you. Come up with something because everybody's bored. Ladies and gentlemen, why are you looking so down in the mouth, sitting there like members of a jury? Let's do something. What would you like? Forfeits, hide and seek, tag, dancing on the fireworks. Fireworks, fireworks. Why do you look so bored today? I've got a headache. Charochka, and I'm bored. Let's go into the drawing room. That's what I call a young man. Got here less than a minute ago and has already cheered everyone up. Well, they're all in the garden. There's no reason to waste the candles. Suzushka, we really ought to give out guests something to eat. Look at all the candles. No wonder people are saying that we're so rich. Suzushka, why don't you give them something to eat? They are young and probably hungry by now. Poor thing, Suzushka. The Count didn't finish his tea. A waste of sugar. Ugh. Everyone's out in the garden. That's how it is, dear Sasha. I used to work hard and think hard and never felt exhausted. Now I don't do anything and don't think about anything, and I'm tired, body and soul. My conscience weighs on me day and night. I feel terribly guilty. But what it is I'm guilty of, I don't know. And now my wife's illness, lack of money, eternal backbiting, gossip, unwanted conversations. Stupid Borkin. I loathe my house, and living there is worse than torture for me. To be honest with you, even my wife's company has become unbearable, and she loves me. You and I are old friends, and you won't be upset at me for being honest. I came here to cheer up a bit, but I'm bored here too, and I long again to go home. Forgive me, but I'll slip out quietly. I understand you, Nikolai Alexeyevich. The trouble with you is that you're lonely. You need someone by your side, someone to love, and someone who'd understand you. Only love can restore you. What's next, Charochka? The last thing the old wet rooster like me needs is a new love affair. May God save me from this misfortune. No, my clever girl, it's not about love. I swear to God that I can endure it all. This feeling hopeless, psychosis, financial ruin, loss of a wife, my early onset of old age, and loneliness. But what I won't put up with is self-mockery. I'm dying of shame. Just thinking that a strong, healthy man like me has turned into either a Hamlet or a Manfred, or one of those superfluous people. Who the hell knows? They're pathetic people who flattered when others call them Hamlets or superfluous, but for me, it's humiliation. My pride rebels. The shame crushes me and I suffer. Nikolai Alexeyevich, let's run away to America. Really, sure. How hard must it be for you to live here? It frightens me to see the people around you. Whom will you marry? The only hope is that a student or a lieutenant passing through kidnaps you and takes you away. I'm sorry, Shirochka. I'll catch up with you. Zenaida, Zavishna, I have a favor to ask you. What is it, Nikolai Alexeyevich? You see, the thing is that the interest of the on the promissory note is due to the day after tomorrow. I'd be much obliged if you could either grant me an extension or let me add the interest to the principal. I don't have any money right now. Nikolai Alexeyevich, what are you talking about? What kind of business is this? No, no, don't even think about it. And for God's sake, don't torment a poor woman. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Phew, my goodness, he's made me so uneasy. I'm all trembling, all trembling. In diamonds, I had the ace, king, queen, and a run of diamonds. The ace of spades and one small heart, and she, God damn her, couldn't declare a little slam. Ugh, I'm ready to tear her to pieces. This skinflint. I've been here since 5 o'clock, and you think she'd offer a piece of rusty herring? Oh, this house. Oh, this household. It's so boring here. I'm ready to start banging my head against the wall. Oh my God, these people. Being this bored and hungry will make you howl like a wolf and prey on people. I'm ready to tear her to pieces, sinner that I am. I'll down a drink, Grandma, and then I'm off home. I don't need your marriageable girls. What's goddamn love if we haven't had a drop since lunchtime? Let's go and look for some, maybe. Shh, quiet. I think there's schnapps in the sideboard in the dining room. We'll put the screws to Igorushka. Shh. It's all right. They'll be happy to see us. There's no one here. They must all be out in the garden. Why in the world did you bring me here to see these vultures? This is no place for you and me. Honest people should not be exposed to this atmosphere. Listen up, Mr. Honesty. When escorting a lady, it's bad manners to talk to her about your honesty the entire way. Maybe it's honest, but it's boring, to say the least. Never talk to women about your own virtues. Let them figure it out for themselves. My Nikolai, when he was like you in the company of women, he used to simply sing songs and tell tall tales, and yet every woman knew very well what kind of person he was. Oh, please don't talk to me about your Nikolai. I understand him very well. You're a good man, but you don't understand anything. Let's go into the garden. He would never say, I'm an honest man, or this atmosphere is suffocating vultures, owl's nest, crocodiles. He'd leave the menagerie alone. And if he was outraged by something, the most I ever heard him say would be, Oh, I was so unreasonable today. Or, Anyuta, I feel so sorry for that man like that. See, but you. It's not in the dining room, so it must be in the pantry somewhere. We ought to sound out Egorushka. Let's go through the drawing room. I'm ready to tear her to pieces. Oh, it's so boring. It's so boring. Oh, everyone looks stiff as a poker. I'm bored stiff. I need to stretch my legs. Damn it. In a way. Let go. Let go of my hands. You're shameless. The Count might think God knows what. Leave me alone. Angel of my soul, carbuncle of my heart. Lend me 2,300 rubles. No, no, no. As you wish. But when it comes to money, much obliged by you. No, no, no. Oh, let go of my hands. Sugar Plum. She has a certain appeal. Well, that's enough. Let's discuss the deal. We'll talk frankly and businesslike. Give me a straight answer. None of those subtleties and none of your tricks. Yes or no? Listen. He needs money. A minimum of 3,000 a year income. You need a husband. Do you want to be a countess? An amazing cynic. Do you want to be a countess? Yes or no? The things you say, Misha, really. And you don't do these things off the top of your head. If the Count wishes, he can himself, and I don't know. I don't know. Just like that, all of a sudden. Come on. No need to cloud these things. It's a business deal, yes or no? Really? Why not, huh? Damn it. Should I do this vile thing, huh? Sugar Plum? So lovely. Fresh as a cucumber. Wait, wait. You got me all emotional. Go away. Go away. No, don't leave. Hurry. Yes or no? We have to go. You know what, Count? Why don't you come stay with me for 3 days or so? We have fun at my house, not like here. Come over tomorrow. No, this is a joke. Is this a joke? Why joke when it's a serious matter? Wait, wait. Oh, I feel faint. I feel faint. A countess. I feel faint. I'm about to faint. It can't be. Chirochka, don't. Don't. Oh, please, don't. I love you madly. My life has no meaning without you, no happiness or joy. You're everything to me. Why? What for? My God, I don't understand anything. Dear Chiroshka, please don't. When I was little, you used to be my only joy. I loved you, and you're so like myself. And now, I love you, Nikolai Alexeyevich. I'd follow you to the ends of the earth, wherever you want, what, into the grave even. Only for God's sake, hurry, or I'll suffocate. So what is it then? It means to begin new life anew. Does it, Chirochka? My joy, my youth, my fresh beginning. Back to life then, yes? Back to my work. Sarah,